What's up, collectors? It's your man PhAtAL coming to you with a quick live, man. I'm on my way to a therapy session. Yeah, I gotta go to a therapy session, man. But yesterday, man, a picture been floating around. Yeah, I don't know if anybody here with me, but a picture's been floating around on Facebook and all of the statue collecting groups. And what we have is a collector that is going through hell right now. So looks like this collector, I'm not sure where they're from. And prayers out to you, man, that you can get through this situation and hopefully you have some insurance on those pieces that you lost. But I don't want to berate you, and I don't think anybody else should berate this collector um, for the type of shelving they used. I made a post on my page basically talking about that, how we as collectors have been over the last few years been talking about how the garage shelves was probably one of the better options if you didn't want to pay for custom shelving. Now I've been using IKEA products and I haven't had any problems over the last 10 years with IKEA products, if not more. I've never had a detox break on me, but I use those for hot toys. I've never had a Vesta break on me or a Calax for that matter. The Calax are the ones with the cubes that are about 13 by 13, and then the Vestas are the ones that people use for quarter scale pieces and whatnot. But this collector used some kind of garage shelving with metal shelves. Now I do have some garage shelving as well, and it's got the particle board. I don't have anything really heavy in those, but I also have the IKEA Bror. That's BROR, and those are a more classy looking statue. I mean, not statue, but garage shelving. And I've seen collectors put a lot of weight on those. They also have a slat in the middle of each shelf. They're about 33 inches wide. So if you put that support beam or slat in the middle, that's about 16 and a half inches, and then you got a slat in the middle, sort of like the same concept that you would have with beams in the wall. They're about 16 inches apart, so that gives it a little extra support. But I don't know, man. This was a terrible situation, and what can we do to prevent it? So now, that makes me think, man, do I go ahead and do custom shelving myself, man? I just set up a whole 27-foot PAX wall, approximately 27 feet, and I had planned on supporting each shelf with the seat shelf, so that'll give it a metal support on both sides to prevent bowing in the middle of the shelves. And then I got the screw ends for the pins that the shelves sit on. I'm not using the ones you just press in. I actually bought the ones that you have to screw in, so to give it more support. And then all of my units will be screwed together, so it'll be like one big strong unit. And that was with packs. Now I've seen BAM Collectibles, Jim Mint used to use packs, DT Geek Show used to use, well, he still does use packs. But this is a scary thing. Hey, what's going on, A Hernandez? Yeah, man, it's a scary thing there, man, to deal with. I can't type because I'm driving right now. I'm on my way to therapy. What are your thoughts on this stuff, man? With that statue shelf breaking, man. What are your thoughts on that statue shelf and breaking, and all of those pieces that collector lost? I don't know who the collector is. I would love for him to talk about it, because I wonder if the shelves wasn't properly put together, because I haven't seen garage shelves break like that. So, in preventing this from happening in the future, what can we do as a collective group? Because this is why we are in these groups and on YouTube and all of that, because we want to share information with one another, and so we can, have ideas on how to display and what's the best options to use. Because, quite frankly, man, building custom shelving is expensive, but it may be worth it in the long run. You know what I mean? It may be worth it in the long run to go custom because, you spend upwards of 5,000 on one piece in some instances with some of these pieces, particularly like life size bust and all of that. And then, Lord forbid, a life size bust fell in that situation. You're talking about 5 grand down, gone. You know what I'm saying? When you talk about the cost of those things, shipping wise and tax and all of that, they're costing a pretty good penny. So let's say you have to spend 5 to 10 grand on shelving. Maybe it's worth it. Maybe $5 to $10,000 on shelving to get it custom built is worth it. And then you can get those graded to when they build homes with the idea in mind that people are going to be walking on the floor, right? So a floor can definitely support a statue. So maybe we need to build similar to like Batman statue collector has, when he had them built from wood, and then painted out, and he doesn't have to worry about those shelves coming down on those heavy pieces, because if you notice, he has a lot of heavy pieces like the Joker versus Batman. That diorama from Prime One, I know that's got to be pretty heavy. That pink one, it looks like it's a pretty heavy piece. So these are heavy pieces. Do we just go custom all the way through, ladies and gents? Do we go custom? So I just wanted to go live real quick, man, while I was riding to my therapy session. You know what I mean? I gotta get back in this gym soon, man. But what are your thoughts, guys? I just wanted to go live real quick, man. It's a sad day in the collective community. Sad day when we see that. And every now and then we get these pictures that pop up. And most of the time it's like a DTOF explosion. Again, I got 14 DTOFs. I've never had a DTOF break. What's going on, FigurCon? Yeah, man, it was very unfortunate. But what are the options, man? Right now I got a combination of the Bror from IKEA, BROR, Rod shelving, those are the classy looking ones. And then I got a whole PAX wall that I'm building out. And like I said, I'm going to use the C-clamps that you use on closets as the lip on both sides of the shelf to give it a metal support on each side. So that's what I got right now. And like I said, PAX have been used by some of the biggest collectors in the community. Anthony V, I think he's Australian. He's got a whole PAX wall. And he's got a ton of statues in there. And he's been displaying it like that for, I would say, at least 4 years. DT Geek Show has a PAX wall. Jim and Collectibles had a PAX wall. And he went to PAX even after he went to other shelves. Even module cases, he went to PAX after that. Before he moved and built the custom shelves. And who else had PAX? Yeah, other collectors got PAX units, man. Bam Collectibles is one of the big ones. And he has those heavy anime pieces on those PAX shelves, and it worked out for him. He hasn't had any issues. But he had a video on how to support each shelf. Man, people cutting me off on the expressway. This guy zipping through 4 lanes. You can't drive on horizontally against 4 lanes, man. Goodness gracious. Well, I tell you, people drive nuts. So what are options, man? Because this kind of got me feeling like, man, maybe I need to go custom and just spend that money, because I don't plan on moving. I'm not a collector that's about to buy a house just because my collection is growing. I'm not doing that. I like where I live, and I'm going to be on my job for at least another 10 years. So I'm not moving for the foreseeable future. So I'm locked in for at least a decade. Maybe I just go ahead and spend the money and get the custom shelving, man. What do you guys think, man? You know, I, I have packs. I have I've had Besta, and I got the broad garage shelves, man. And I want the best options for all of us. You know, there's a little copycat stuff going on in the community, but that's why we're here. You know, we influence and we help people as a community. We help one another make the best decisions when it comes to these things, man. We get inspired by one another. I mean, everybody gonna have their own flavor, but at the end of the day, that's why we in this community to help each other make strong decisions when it comes to these things. Because that guy lost at least $10,000 worth of statues, man, and hopefully he had insurance. So shout out to him. I would love for him to, to be able to talk to him and see if it was do he think he made any mistakes when he put it together. What was the brand of shelving that he had? You know, because I've never seen a garage shelf collapse. Never, never. I've been collecting for 20 years. I've never seen a garage shelf collapse. I've never seen that, man. Reinforce them. For the PAX units, like I said, I got those C clamps. Normally they use to put the brackets on for closets for shelves, but they're the perfect width for IKEA PAX shelf. And then I got the screw-in pins instead of like the press-in pins to support the weight of the shelf. And most of the stuff that's going to my PAX units will be like quarter scale, maybe two per shelf, maybe three depending on which ones. Like the female statues from Sideshow, maybe three of those on each one because it's 33 inches wide. I mean, 39 inches wide. I'm sorry, they're 39 inches wide. But I was also thinking about getting some 2x4s and supporting each shelf underneath, and have the 2x4s from each because it'll be what I'm doing is one shelf in the middle of two units. So I'll get a 2x4 to support the weight from the bottom shelf onto the top, and then from the middle up to the top. So it'll be 2x4s in the back, and then I'll have those screwed in or just sitting there, and the 2x4s can support the extra weight. Yeah, I know. BSC got some nice custom shelving, and maybe that's the way to go, because you know that no matter how much weight he put on those shelves, they ain't going nowhere. Now, I know he spent a good penny on it. He talks about it. You know, I think he spent about 20 grand on that entire room. But you know, I was thinking about a area already to do a custom side, and then that custom side, I was thinking about making it about 31 inches deep. At first, I was thinking about doing a two-tier step system, but I think it'd take too much space out of my basement. So I was thinking about maybe something just like Batman Statue Collector got on one side of my room, where they're about approximately 37 inches high from the ground, or 39 inches, and then I have it like the shelf, actually the bottom shelf on the floor, using 2x4s, get it built out, and mine will be painted in high gloss white because that's the direction that I'm going with now. I'm going with a high gloss white in my basement with some black accents and things of that nature, and my walls will be painted like a smoke gray with some blues. So my basement is consisting of some dark grays, white, some like that Batman, Superman blue, and some blacks. So this combination of different colors. But I was thinking about going ahead and getting some custom shelvings. I was already kind of making plans for this before I even saw that break. But man, what are your thoughts, man? Because I feel bad for the guy, man. That was a lot of money that's gone, man. It's a lot of money. You know, this is things that we have to learn from. But I don't think we should berate this guy. because the statue community has been telling us, we have all said it, garage sales is the way to go when you got heavy pieces and you don't want to spend a lot of money on customs. We've been saying it. We've been saying it, so we can't sit up here and say we haven't said that. And I'm pretty sure that this person probably took advice from the community, and now they're reeling. And so we can't backtrack on what we said. The receipts are out there, man. The receipts are out there. The statue community and some of our biggest collectors in the community. I mean, Dr. Mike used garage shelving, you know. And like I said, Jim Mint, DT, Bam Collectibles, myself use Pax Besta. Um, so they take their advice from, collectors on the YouTube space, on the Facebook groups. So I'm pretty sure he didn't go without, use those shelves without taking advice from fellow collectors. It's just that we need to know which brand did he go with. I would love to talk to him and like, which brand did you use? Did you ensure that they were put together properly? Was there any flaw in the connections? Because you do got to connect those garage sales properly when you hammer them into those little pins on the side that protrude out of the metal, and then you have to put the shelf on top of it and kind of use a mallet to knock it down. Then you place the shelf on top of it and it rests. So those were metal, they bent, and I'm if I had to guess, I would say that Dragon Ball Z, that large statue, is probably like a diorama. I'm pretty sure that was the heaviest piece on that top shelf. And then once the top shelf falls onto the second shelf, then it's murder she wrote. But we got to prevent this, guys. We as a community have to prevent this. We don't want to see our fellow collectors, because we become friendly and friends on this. A lot of guys have met through this, and they actually become real lifelong friends through the collecting, because we understand one another. So how do we help prevent stuff like this from happening again? That's what we got to do. That's what we got to do. Um, that's what we got to do. We got to prevent this from happening again, man. We got to prevent it, y'all. Man, I'm doing good, Hernandez. Smaller garage sales, 350 pounds, and it ain't the heaviest statues. You're not getting 350. With something like Maestro, I'm putting that on the shelf by itself. That Thanos, that Queen, was the Infinity or Queen Studios brought out with the one arm. That weighs about 250. I'm putting that on the shelf by itself. Uh, you know, what do we do? What do we do, man? We have to make sure that this don't happen again. Yeah. Late night trip, Figure Kong, man. You guys, you've been seeing other collectors out here like Your Vision. Your Vision has built some custom shelves to ensure that he got ready for those big pieces like Maestro and the Batman versus Superman Dio from Prime One. Those are heavy, large pieces. So, do we go custom? Do we scrap the whole idea of garage shelves now, guys? Is the future of statue collecting all custom? You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to do this little, how y'all picture. This is the first picture me rolling. I'm gonna do it better than this, but I'm on my way to therapy. I felt like I wanted to jump on real quick and talk about this, man. I want to talk about it. And yeah, my session begins at 1 p.m. CST. So I'm pulling up to the parking lot now, man. But yeah, man. You know, we gotta take it to the next level, because we shouldn't be complaining about it. Even if we gotta spend 5 or 10 grand, right? If you spend 5 or 10 grand on your shelving, that's really not that much if you think about how much we spending on these pieces. We got collectors out here with collections upwards of $100,000 in total value. You know what I'm saying? You got to protect that investment, man. That's a lot of money. You know, If you've been collecting 20 years, you definitely got at least 10, at least 50 grand out there. I bet most collectors, even guys who consider themselves budget collectors, even guys who consider themselves budget collectors got at least 50 grand if they've been collecting for 20 years, man. You know, even in hot toys, if you think about it, even in hot toys, man. So, Fatal in the Fast Lane. Yeah, it's called Picture Me Rolling. Picture me rolling. Picture Me Rolling, man. That was one of my favorite songs, man. Tupac. And he had Danny Boy. I think that was Danny Boy from Chicago. And he sang the hook on that Picture Me Rolling. Yeah, man. So we out here, y'all. I'm thinking about cutting my hair off, man. What y'all think, man? I'm thinking about going back to my military look. I don't know, man. The curly top. I'm kind of tired of it, man. This gel be flaking up in it sometimes. I have to put gel in. It'd be too much maintenance, man. You know what I'm saying? I got naturally curly hair, but you got to keep it like healthy. I use a healthy gel, but it still flake up, man. You know what I'm saying? Think about just cutting it, man, and just going with a buzz cut. No maintenance. No maintenance. But anyway, man, shelving is what we talking about here. And yeah, yeah, shelving, man. What we gonna do? What we gonna do about this shelving, y'all? What we gonna do? What we gonna do? We can't allow $10,000 to go down the drain for another collector. And hopefully that brother, whoever he is, man, he had uh he had insurance on those things, you know. But anyway, man, I'm about to walk into my therapy session. Appreciate y'all for joining me real quick for this Picture Me Rolling episode 1. Yeah, I might have to get something to hold my device up so I can ride without holding this phone. But anyway, yeah, that was a travesty, a tragedy, and we can't let it happen again. All right, y'all. This man, your man Fatal signing off. God